Okay, YouTube, happy Saturday. You know what time it is. It is time for another episode of Bosty's World. That's right, YouTube. Today is Saturday, March the 26th, 2022. And yeah, we are back for episode number 2 of Bosty's World. And it just so happens that I am going to bring back an old tradition, okay? And that old tradition would be a video response. Who am I doing a response to? Well, I'm doing a response to a very good friend of mine that I met through the YWC, IWC. We have, liked each other's videos, commented. We have also worked together in the world of eFed wrestling, talking about none other than a good friend of mine, Mr. Gavin Fletcher, aka Gavinotts. I'm actually gonna try and leave a link to his channel as well as a video that he posted. Both of those I'm gonna hope, because I'm recording with my phone, but I'm gonna try and put those in the description box below, so that way you can check them out. Give him a like on his videos, give him a subscription. But before you do that, if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, so that way you can keep up with him and go watch his old content about the world of wrestling and places that he has been and things that he has done. So, Gavin, you uploaded a video a couple nights ago talking about, you were explaining yourself, which you really never ever have to do, but you chose to do it. Talking about your whereabouts, what you've been up to. And let's start off by saying this. I'm glad to see you back on YouTube. And you said for you, it's been 9 months. 9 months since you made a video. And, the content you made in that video, it really rings true. Because I'll tell you why. But first and foremost, I am very happy to know that you are doing okay mentally and physically. Because I know just as well as anybody that you can gain weight. Lord knows I have. But you're holding down your jobs. You're losing weight. You're in a size 34 now for pants, which is awesome. You said you're doing okay, and I'm very happy to hear that, But I'm going to start at the beginning. Back in 2007, late 2007, maybe early 2008, I came to this world. No, I wasn't born. Maybe Boston Fan was born, but I wasn't. Came to YouTube, not knowing what the hell I was going to do, until I had a former friend of mine saying, "You like wrestling, why don't you talk about wrestling in your videos?" And it exploded from there. Bam, like that. All because, well, not all because of one particular video I did, but we all helped each other out. I made a video response to Gemini, when you can actually do video responses and actually put the video, attach the video to that person's video. So that way they could see other people's video responses, video replies. And I made mention real briefly yesterday in my video in episode 1 of Bosty's World, which, by the way, if you haven't already checked it out, please go check it out. I made mention to, the fact that, because of YouTube, because of the YWC, IWC, I have met some interesting people and I have been to some really interesting places. And one of those people is you, Gavinotts, that I met through YouTube. I'll admit, got a little freaked out by you at first, but then I'm like, you were just a normal guy on here. Someone posted a picture and like you had like long hair and it's like, similar to mine, if you didn't already see mine. But, then you and I just kind of built, and because of one thing, and it's kind of like what Andre Corbeil used to say, we are all in this for one thing, and that is pro wrestling. Okay? And we went on it for years. We went on this platform for years, putting out our content, going out to shows, meeting superstars, and which, by the way, I'll talk about that real briefly. But our content just grew and grew and grew. But at the same time, we were also growing as people. As time progressed, for me, I just fell out of the game. I fell out of love with doing YouTube videos. My interest was not piqued anymore because I had done it for so long that I feel like I've been there, done that, and I feel like there was nothing left. So there was a couple of occasions where I left, and you leave, you come back, you leave, you come back. That's the general gist of it, and that's why I'm here now. It's because I left for a while, not making much of any videos because I wasn't interested. And poof, lo and behold, I'm back because of a certain situation that happened, which right now, that's neither here nor there. So, contrary to, concurring, sorry, not contrary, I am concurring, agreeing with what Gavin said. You grow. You do things outside of YouTube. You grow up, you get older, you get a job. You use that job to go and pay your bills and do other recreational stuff. So, and then, the harder you work, both you and I know this, Gavin, and I agree with you 110%. The harder you work, when you come home and you have a day off, all you want to do is sleep or relax. I quite agree with that. I just worked for a couple hours today. I was out of my house at 6, came back at noon. But I'm not exactly chilling. I've still got, the sun is out. I've got my afternoon. So it's all good in the neighborhood. But I understand completely. You get so busy with life. Life gets in the way, and that's the biggest thing. That, you get so busy at work, you get so busy with life, your family, your friends, all that stuff. And it takes away, not that this is a bad thing, but it takes away from your hobbies sometimes. It takes away from, with like what Gavin was saying, like, he does not watch it as religiously as a lot of people do. I sure as hell don't, because at the end of the day, what do I want to watch? On Monday nights, I watch Bob's Burgers with my wife while we sit at the dinner table. She has her phone, she pulls up Bob's Burgers, and boom, we watch it. We also, on other nights, we'll watch true crime stuff. We'll watch Bailey Sarian here on YouTube. Just a whole slew of different things that we watch. We play, for me, I just started getting back into somewhat playing video games. I'll probably play my PS2 either today or tomorrow. But again, it's that aspect of life that, does get in the way. And so when Gavin says that he ended up, like, he'll keep up with it in terms of, like, maybe he'll watch a show here and there, but he does keep up with, like, clips, and that's what I do. So, because that's what really wrestling to some people has become. And there are some people who don't understand that. There are some people who have their eyes glued and can't stop watching WWE, AEW. It's like it still to this day, no matter how good or how bad the product sucks, they're still glued to the TV, watching wrestling, sports entertainment, whatever. It consumes them. They don't watch much of anything different. And then sometimes in their off time, they play video games. Now, being hooked on WWE 2K22. Because that's all they do all day. They don't have anything better to do. They have nothing else going on in their life. They don't have a job. They don't drive. So that's all they have. Not a bad thing, but like, dude, come on. I'm not one of those people. I work a lot. I have other things I do. I have other interests. But the thing is, having other interests beside wrestling is not a bad thing. I like Disney. I like Disney Plus. I like Star Wars. Do I always watch things that have to do with all those things? No. I do when I feel like it. I do things when I feel like it, and I wear what I want to wear. And I don't always have money to go to shows, which that's another thing. When you live on a tight budget, it's kind of hard to like do things like go to shows, even do something simple like pay for TV so you can watch wrestling. For me, I'd have to go to, if I wanted to watch, I'd have to watch it the day after, no matter what I have. I got Hulu. I could always watch NXT, Raw and SmackDown. But WWE, it's okay. But AEW is more my speed. I like AEW better. Sorry. But I don't have the ways to watch it. I will watch YouTube videos. I may kick up AEW Dark on a Monday night or a Tuesday night, and that's it. But a lot of the bigger stars are on Dynamite and Rampage, and I don't always have the money to pay for a pay-per-view because all that stuff is expensive. So you can kind of see where this is going. That because of certain circumstances, your interest and because of your interest, your interest mainly in professional wrestling kind of goes down the tube a little bit. But, and also I'm going to make mention to the fact that Gavin he said he's spending a whole lot of money to go to a convention next month. I know all about that. I know prices probably are not as bad here as what they could be in the UK. I don't know what the price is in the UK, and I don't know I'd have to look it up on Google to know what the equivalent is of a pound compared to a US dollar. But I can tell you firsthand, when I went to WrestleCade, Gavin, it was for Friday night and for Saturday night. We didn't stay Sunday, but when we went to WrestleCade, we stayed 2 nights at a hotel, and it was $500 for 2 nights. That is expensive. But of course, it's the weekend. It was a holiday weekend. It was Thanksgiving weekend for us here in the United States. Now, that's not to mention the prices of food, the price of gas to get there, because it was about 2 hours away by car. And then you got to think, merchandise, if you want to pick up merchandise, autographs to meet people, And the price went up this year. Like, I can tell you, to meet the well, I was almost going to call them the Iconics, but now the Inspiration, Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, a.k.a. Jessica McKay, and Cassie Lee. That was about 60 or 70 bucks right there to meet the two of them, which probably isn't bad. That's about 30, 40 about 30, 35 bucks a pop for each one of them. I also got pictures with Tara or Victoria, a.k.a. real name Lisa Marie Varone. She was either 30 or 50. And then you had Jordan Grace, who she was about 30 bucks. But I'm going to tell you, she wasn't that pleasant. She was not that pleasant. It's almost like she was trying to rush the process. So those are the people I saw and got autographs from this past year at WrestleCade. I didn't, get anybody else. But, so I understand the prices that you need to pay. And you don't always have that money because, like this year, I'm not going to WrestleCade. Would I like to? Yeah. But I'm not. I'd fly solo. Getting a hotel by myself might be a little bit weird. Maybe not. And then I'd be pretty much, like I said, on my own. And while I don't mind that, I'm a very independent person. Funds are just too tight. And that's okay. That is okay. But be that as it may, like I said, Gavin, before I went off on a tangent, and I do apologize, I just want to kind of explain things in detail. I do understand completely that life takes over, because I'm sure that happened to a lot of us here in the YWC, or the interest of making videos just kind of fell out. I mean, a lot of people I've met, they're not doing videos anymore. And if they do, it's like maybe once in every blue moon. I'm not going to make examples. I could list a few, but I'm not. But again, you know as well as I do, Gavin, YouTube will always be here for us when we need it. When we want to make a video, when we want to come up with something creative, something to do. You said you're going to pour your heart out into your next, into your video when you go to your wrestling convention, and I hope you do. I really hope you do. So, yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say in this video. So, like I said, go subscribe to Gavin. Gavinotts. He's a cool dude. I recommend him. I approve. So, but it's definitely good to see you, Gavin. Hope you're doing well, as I know you are. And other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been it for me. And we'll see you in the next episode, whenever that might be. Could be tomorrow, could be during the week. But I'll think of something for you. Because this is Bosty's World, and we can do it all. We can do anything we want to, can't we? So stick with me, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. I'll see you guys later. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good job, Gavin.